All right. Okay, so setting up and all right. So we are live. Mm,
Hello.
yes, hello, my dear. Welcome to this live, my dear Marta. How are you today?
Thank you. Thank you for your invitation. I'm so happy and at the same time a little bit nervous. It's my first live in English.
Wow, that's your first live in English. That's amazing. That's amazing. I'm so happy that you're here. So
Thank you. Thank you so much. I'm very happy to be here.
wonderful. Let's see if people are joining us. And let me just turn off the volume here. Okay. All right. Okay, Luisa is there.
Hi,
Hello.
Luisa.
Hello, Luisa. How you doing, my dear? So, all right. So I guess we can start. So
Yeah.
welcome everyone to this live. And I'm so happy to have Marta here today. Marta, she is an emotion code practitioner. She's also an energy medicine practitioner. And she's going to be talking a little bit about her healing journey today, how she healed her autoimmune diseases. And we're so excited to have her here. So welcome, my dear.
Thank you. Thank you again. I'm really honored to speak a little bit about my healing process and to inspire maybe other people to
You
follow the
will.
same path.
Yes, you will. So yes, I would love to know a little bit about yes, so your background. So yeah, so what did you do in the past and what brought you to energy medicine?
It's so interesting that you ask that because it's everything is related to my disease. Actually, I was diagnosed with rheumatoid arthritis. I think in 2004. I was 24 years old. Yeah, back time, a little back time, and I was at the time I worked in a marketing department, in digital marketing department, in a company that is well known for the nutrition supplements. So it has nothing to do with energy medicine and emotions. But that was how I started. All my career, all my life was in marketing.
In marketing.
Yeah, but then because of my healing journey, I really was guided to emotion code first. And I found out the tool was so amazing. I had such incredible results with myself that I think I fell in love with energy medicine. Yeah. And
Beautiful.
since then, I'm a recent practitioner because I did my certification in 2021, I think. Yeah, I think. But it feels like that I did it so long time ago.
That's interesting. That's interesting. That's beautiful. That's beautiful.
Yeah.
So you also got, wow, that's it's so interesting because it happened the same to me. I fell in love with Dr. Bradley Nelson. I read the Emotion Code book and then I wanted to do the certification. And this is how actually all started after I quit everything. And you did the same. So you also quit and came to the emotion code.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah. I think I quit my job in 2017. At the first, I didn't. At the time, I wasn't working with the emotion code, but I was already doing coaching.
Mhm.
and mentoring in well-being.
Mhm.
And the emotion code came after that. It was the piece of the puzzle that was missing.
That was missing to help you. Mhm. Oh,
Yeah, yeah.
beautiful. So would you like to talk a little bit about what kind of immune diseases, autoimmune diseases that you developed? And
Mhm.
yeah, just for our audience to know a
Yeah,
little bit.
sure.
Mhm. Mhm.
Sure. So the first one was rheumatoid arthritis. It's an autoimmune disease that it affects mainly the joints.
Mhm.
So I had a lot of pain in several joints. It started in my wrists, but
Uh-huh.
in such a short period of time, the disease started to spread out to the whole body. And I remember my knees, my ankles,
Really?
yeah, even the neck. I think I felt pain in all my joints. Yeah,
Really?
my feet, my hands. Yeah, even my jaw, my jawbone.
Mhm. Mhm.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I remember that I had trouble opening the mouth, and chewing
Mhm.
the
Mhm.
food.
Mhm.
Yeah, so the disease appeared in the time of my life where it's quite interesting because I was really happy.
Mhm. That's interesting.
Yeah, it was really after I started dating my husband. And
Mhm.
I was really happy because we have been apart for several years. We have dated
Mhm.
when we were teenagers, then we had a period of time, several years, where we were apart from one another. Each one followed different paths. And
Mhm.
but actually I never forgot about him. I always felt that he was my first love. And when the disease showed up in my life, we were dating maybe for 1 month. We have started dating for 1 month.
Mhm.
It was
Mhm.
in October. The disease, the first symptoms, I felt them in November.
Mhm. Mhm.
So it was really strange because I was really happy, but I did had a period of my life before that.
Mhm.
I think it was the previous 4 years
Mhm.
where I was feeling really miserable. Yeah,
Okay.
because I had a relationship where I felt it was a toxic relationship.
Mhm.
Um, I f- I felt that I have lost all my freedom. I changed.
Mhm.
I have changed who I was just
Mhm.
to achieve the other person expectations
Mhm.
from me.
Mhm.
And
Mhm.
I left. I've separated from my friends. I really, I think that I only lived for him, for job and for him, nothing else more.
Mhm. Mhm.
And
Mhm.
at that
Mhm.
time, I was really feeling that I was stuck. I
Mhm.
was not having. I was not able to have the strength to
Mhm.
get out of that situation. In my
Mhm.
mind, I thought, oh, this is going to be my life now, and I'm going to be
Oh,
miserable forever. I
okay.
was really depressed. I remember I was really, really
Okay.
depressed,
Okay. Mhm.
but I didn't have personal power. I thought that I had to live that life forever.
Aha. Okay. Interesting.
Yeah, and now I know why. Now I look at
Mhm.
my childhood and everything that I have lived
Mhm.
in my family with my parents, and I know why I had that experience because my mother had a similar experience. She
Mhm.
was yeah,
Submissive?
yeah,
I think
submissive, yeah,
submissive.
yeah, to my father. Thank
Mhm.
you.
Welcome.
Yeah, and I was really just I modeled my mother. She was my model, my female model, and
Yes.
I had attracted uh, a relationship, a man that was just like my father. Yeah.
Interesting.
Treated me in similar ways. Yeah. So one of the things that I see now that had contributed to the disease was really the traumatic experiences of my childhood.
Your childhood.
Although I can't pinpoint a big traumatic experience, you know, but there was subtle experiences.
Yes, subtle.
During all my childhood, where I felt I was rejected, especially from my father. I was constantly criticized, judged. I never felt really loved by him. He never gave me his attention. He never was a person that showed affection. So I grew up with that emptiness, you know, in my heart. The emptiness of my father's love and attention. And I felt also really abused, because emotionally abused, because I felt that I was treated in a different way from my brother. My brother is older than me, but what I felt was really related to the gender, because I was a woman. I was treated in a different way. I didn't have the same rights. I had to do things in house that he didn't have to, like cleaning the house, you know, several things that society tends to associate with women.
With women.
Yeah. And I think the main belief that had contributed to my disease, because each disease only is a reflection of what we have in our consciousness. Our body is like a mirror. So our body will only show in physical symptoms what we have in our consciousness. So the beliefs, our traumas, all emotions. Emotions, we can experience them in physical symptoms. That's a way of the body to communicate with us, to show us what is wrong.
It is.
And now I know that one belief that was really contributing to the disease, to the rheumatoid arthritis, was the belief that I do not deserve to be free.
That's so interesting.
Yeah.
That's so interesting. All right. So please let us know. Let us know more about this.
Yeah, because, this explains a lot. When I was in that relationship, that toxic relationship, I was living aligned with this disease, with this belief, this belief that I didn't deserve freedom, because my boyfriend at the time, he didn't give me freedom. Or, of course, this is not taking my freedom away, but I allow him to do that. So I was really living just to fulfill his expectations, and I was aligned with this belief that I do not deserve to be free. I was allowing him to treat me in that way, like if he was my owner, you know.
Okay.
Yeah, and then when I finally got the courage to finish that relationship, to
Beautiful.
give it an end, my body, and after a couple of months, I was not aligned. I was not living aligned with that belief that I don't deserve to be free, because I felt freedom.
Yes, true. True.
Yeah. And I really believe that was the main reason for the rheumatoid arthritis symptoms. My body was trying to show me by physical symptoms, through physical symptoms, that I didn't deserve to be free. And
my
so
God.
I remember I had moments where I really literally didn't feel free, because I felt I was stuck in my own body, because I had pain in all of my joints. And not only pain, I had in the morning when I woke up, I was feeling like I had very difficult to move my joints.
To move.
It was like they were frozen, just really like they were really hard. I don't know the best word.
Hard.
Rigid.
Yes.
Yes. Yeah, that was it. But it took me many years to find this, to really get to the root, to really find out what was behind the disease. Yeah, I had during the first 4 years, I took the alternative from the conventional medicine. I took a lot of pain medicines. I took. I have tried many different chemicals. Yeah, but now I know that fortunately they didn't work with me.
That's good. So you could really find the root cause and not just dump the symptoms. So
yeah, I feel honestly, when I look back, I think that I was guided, because I had several side effects from all the medicine that I was taking, and I feel that I was guided, because I really felt forced to find another solution, to find another way. And that's really what made me getting this far. Of course, I didn't started with this because I didn't have the knowledge at the time. I have tried so many things during these years, nutrition, alternative therapies, and they did really help me. Yes, they did really help me. But what helped me the most was to heal, to work in my inner healing, to work in to heal my traumas, my emotional wounds, to release all the emotional baggage that have contributed to the symptoms. And why? Because I had that disease, but I had several more.
Okay, it was not only that.
Yeah, it was not only that. I remember that I had a period of time where I was more stable right after my first kid was born. But then after being a mom, it seemed like everything came again and more, not only the rheumatoid arthritis, but much more symptoms. Some of them I never had a diagnosis.
Okay.
Yeah, but I have so much symptoms. I had double vision. Double vision, yeah, where like I saw different pictures.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Okay.
My left eye wasn't aligned with my right, so I had different focus.
Oh my God.
I had bladder infections for many years.
Bladder.
I had I had a really chronic issue with my immune system, with my white cells, white cells.
Yes. White blood cells. Yeah.
My body wasn't producing enough. I had really low white blood cells, and I had this. I don't know. I think I had this problem because from this problem in my immune system, I didn't have much symptoms, although I did get, I had flu infections more often, but other than that, I didn't have much symptoms. But my blood tests always showed this these
They're not
markers.
normal, and they're not normal,
No.
and the doctors couldn't explain the reason, right? I
Yeah,
remember you saying
yeah.
they couldn't find.
No.
Tell us. So this is so
I
interesting.
even did a test in my bone marrow to find out what was wrong, but
Okay.
they didn't find the cause.
They didn't
No.
find the cause.
No,
They could
no.
never find the cause.
No.
And what do they say? They would just say to observe and just
Yeah.
keep.
Yeah, they said that probably it was related with the autoimmune disease, with the rheumatoid arthritis, but I never did nothing to heal it. I was just controlling with the blood tests.
With the blood tests, right?
Yeah, and the last time that I went to the doctor and had the last blood test, the blood tests were completely normal.
I saw your blood tests you posted
Yeah.
in your Facebook. I don't know, it was so gorgeous to see all your blood tests normal. I couldn't believe that. It was so beautiful. No medicines, nothing, just energy work and inner healing, inner work, actually, right? Inner work
completely.
And releasing those trapped emotions, the trauma, and looking inside, going inwards. And oh my God, this is amazing. So she is a living proof of healing even the blood cells with just doing inner work and working with her energy. This is really amazing. This is a case study. I should publish that. It's a case study.
Yeah, but the doctors didn't showed much value. I don't know.
They were not surprised.
They were not. They didn't ask me what I did. Nothing. I think they believed it was a spontaneous remission. I don't know.
Yeah, that's what they call when you usually, the cancer or any disease just heals like overnight or like short. It's spontaneous remission, but there is something behind this spontaneous remission. There's always the energy, right? The energy work that was done that promoted that healing. And this is so amazing. And recently, I remember, Marta and I, as you know, guys, so we work together. So we're constantly in touch. So there's no one day that I don't talk to Marta. So we're like little sisters. It's amazing. It's so beautiful, our connection. And I remember you telling that you also had that syndrome, Raynaud syndrome, right?
Yeah. And that one, I think, since 2018.
It was just recently that you're able to heal that, right? There was any specific, maybe you could share with us shortly, what was the meaning of that code? Because I thought it was so, if you feel comfortable to share.
Sure. Yeah, I knew what the Raynaud syndrome was about. I mean, the emotional meaning behind this syndrome. I knew that it had to do with family, because the symptom that the Raynaud syndrome has, it's in the hands, mainly in the hands. When the hands are exposed to cold weather, cold water, the how do you say, blood vessels, yes, the blood vessels, it's like they have a constriction and the blood doesn't flow to the extremities, you know.
Yes.
And my hands, the fingers in my hands used to be with no blood flow. They were all white, and of course that gave me symptoms. Sometimes pain, sometimes numbness, you know. Sometimes I didn't feel my fingers. And I knew that this was related to family, because if you study a little bit about biodecoding Germanic medicine.
The new German medicine. Yes, I love that.
You know that blood is associated with family. And the hands are usually a masculine energy. because we use the hands to work, right? To accomplish our projects, to do things.
Yes, true.
So I knew this was related to my father, because blood is family and hands are a masculine energy. And my problems were mainly in my right hand.
Right
And the right side usually is associated with the masculine energy.
That's me. Pain always on the right side. That's the masculine. That's the man in my life in the past. Thank God.
Yeah. And I knew that. And if you go to the meaning of the syndrome, you will see that the Raynaud syndrome talks about the person feeling that the relationship that she or he has with the father is a relationship, it's a cold relationship.
It's amazing. It's amazing.
It's a relationship where you don't feel love.
And this is what you experienced your whole life, actually.
My whole life. So I got to the point, of course, we heal in layers.
Yes.
And it took me some time to get here.
Yes,
definitely. And I got to the point that I found I had a trauma in my heart that was unreceived love. This trauma happened in my childhood, and it was related to my father.
And it was related to your family. Yes.
And also I had my heart was broken energetically because of that trauma. And we know in energy medicine, right?
Yes, Dr. Bradley Nelson, he talks about the spirit break, right? Which is the soul can also get fragmented, but the heart, which reflects on the heart, that can get broken and into pieces, actually. You can even muscle test how many pieces it was broken. And then you have to find the trauma behind and release that in order to reconnect all the parts of the soul and the parts of the heart. So this is usually takes a while for us to find this imbalance, because when you're starting to heal yourself, you're not going to see those layers. They come much later. And this is exactly what happened to Marta. So she was able, there was just recently that she was able to heal this condition, because she was finally able to see the broken heart, right? And the trauma that was within her heart. And when she healed that, then she was able, the symptoms vanished. So this is just amazing.
Instantly. That was, I found
it's amazing.
Amazing, really. Because I have I placed my hands in the cold water just to test. And I was expecting the symptom and nothing happened. And I thought myself, oh my God, what just happened in instant?
This is amazing. This is amazing.
Yeah, it was incredible. I think it was one of the most incredible healings, and I have many. But this was really incredible, and it shows us that we all can do it. We all have this healing ability inside of us. I'm not a special person. We all can have this healing. And this is the energy medicine. It's really an incredible tool to help people heal, even from chronic physical conditions.
Yes. And there are so many people here in this group that do have chronic diseases. So if there is anyone that would like to share and just leave a comment, so please just do this. We're more than happy to answer. But we do believe, and this is our experience, that really the symptom is a reflection of the trauma that you have experienced at some point in your life. And like Marta, she has experienced a childhood trauma, which reflected into this autoimmune disease, right? Rheumatoid arthritis, mainly. But some people do experience trauma later on, as I did when I was married to a narcissistic personality. We both actually, Marta and I, got in touch with narcissistic personalities. And this is so interesting, because this is what actually brought us together, right, Marta? So,
definitely.
and this is the topic that we actually attract mostly of our clients. They did have contact with this type of personality, which is also a reflection of trauma, right? Narcissism is a reflection of someone that has been through trauma, and that needs healing too, that needs love, that needs compassion. But understanding what is behind our symptoms, our chronic fatigue, our lack of boundaries, and what is behind that is key to healing. And there is no medicine that is going to heal that. If you don't heal your emotions, if you don't heal your beliefs about yourself. Because as Marta said, the main problem was the belief she had about herself, of not believing she could be free, because rheumatoid arthritis, you can't move, you have pain. So there is always something behind. And when we find that, when we dig right deep, and we will find the root cause, which lots of times it doesn't come so fast. And because we came here actually to experience, to evolve, and to learn, right, in our lessons through stages. So, and I know that you've learned so much during your healing journey.
Yes, it's an incredible healing journey. I feel it. Oh, I learned so much with my own healing journey. I learned so much. I think it was never possible to learn so much if I didn't have, that wasn't my experience. Because I felt it.
Yes.
And it's so interesting that you were talking about boundaries, right? And one of the things that I really felt with my father, since I think he was the person that has most contributed to my belief that I didn't deserve to be free. Of course, I think that my mother at some point also had her contribution, because I was raised by two parents. But I remember that most part of my life, and I still feel it a little bit, most part of my life, I had extremely difficult. I really had discomfort placing my boundaries with my father. And this was really related to the emptiness in my heart, because I developed a codependency, an emotional codependency with him. Even in my adult age, I was always trying to get the attention. I was always trying to get his love, his affection, because my inner child never had that, never felt that. It was like my inner child has frozen at that
It
time.
got frozen. It got frozen at that time. Yeah, it is. The wounded self, that's the wounded self.
Yeah. And it affects our life profoundly, even in physical conditions, because when I felt that my father was rejecting me, and so as a child, I couldn't understand why he was rejecting me. It's not supposed to our parents to reject us.
No, it's not.
So I developed a self rejection, actually, because I started to believe that I had something wrong, that I was not good enough, that I didn't deserve to be loved. And this also can reflect in physical symptoms.
Definitely.
Actually, I was remembering one of my symptoms, the double vision. I remember what was behind that symptom. It took me years to get over it.
Really?
Yeah. And it was also related to my father. It's also incredible.
See?
Yeah, because I think it was my right eye. I believe. My right eye had difficult to look up.
To look up?
Yeah, it was always looking down.
Ah.
Right? And I know now
And now?
that I was not a part of me, it's not my whole self, but a part of me didn't want to see something that was below me.
Yes, you couldn't look up.
Yeah, and it was my father. Yeah, it was my father. And the moment that I understood that, and that I'd healed the many layers of these emotions that got trapped on my childhood, I started to heal layer by layer. Of course, the vision didn't get better in an instant, but it improved along the way.
Okay, all right. Oh my God. So you would suggest to anyone that has a chronic disease or that has been through this condition for such a long time to really start looking. What is your suggestion to?
Yeah, the first thing, the most important thing, I want to give 2 tips. The most important. The first one is to reconnect with the body, because when we experience trauma, we tend to disconnect from the body. We tend to not feel the emotions. It's a strategy that the body has.
That's me. Emotionally disconnected for a long time.
Yeah,
completely.
Me too. And this starts at a young age. This starts in the childhood. So the first thing would be to reconnect with the body, to take moments throughout the day to reconnect with the body, with curiosity, with self-compassion, not with self-judgment.
Yeah. Self-criticism, judgment. No, please.
No. With self-compassion, and just to allow ourselves to feel again, because we tend to think that the emotions are in our head, but they are not in our head. They are in our bodies.
They're everywhere.
Yeah, they are everywhere. But if we do want to reconnect with the emotions, we really had to go to our body, get out of the head and go to the body. So it could help to take a couple of minutes in the morning just to feel the body, maybe to experience a meal without phone, without distractions, and really begin to feel the texture and flavors of the food. This helps to reconnect again with our senses.
Just the sensations, right?
Yeah.
Oh, that's so interesting.
Yeah. And really to have a curious perception about it, just to make questions. How do I feel now? How does this food taste? How is the texture? And just have this approach in everything about the body. How do I feel now? How do I feel? Because when we are with friends, it's interesting. Here in Portugal, they do a question. They do not ask, how do you feel? They tend to ask, is everything okay?
So, okay, they're implying there's nothing wrong with you, so you should be fine. They're implying that.
And that is one of the reasons we have extremely difficulty to go to the body, because we don't practice it. So that's the first tip, just to reconnect with the body, because the body has all the answers.
It does
of our problems.
It does have.
The second one is to invest in self-knowledge. It's not possible to heal without investing in self-knowledge. If you don't know yourself, you don't know what you have to heal. So there is one important thing you can ask yourself to see how much trauma you may have, how much layers maybe you have to heal. And the question is, do you have childhood memories? Especially, usually people that have experienced trauma in the childhood, they remember only the good thing, only the good stuff, only the good memories.
Yeah, yeah.
But they do not remember the negative experiences.
No, it gets frozen in time. So it gets just completely, so hidden. Yeah, to protect the person protects herself from the trauma. So the memories, and it's so interesting because with my channelings, especially from the Andromedans, they taught me that those memories, they get in the heart. The heart has a memory. And we start healing from our trauma, not only from healing those energies in the body, but when we dissolve those memories that get in the heart, attached in the heart. It's amazing. You don't release only the trauma, but you have to also release the memories that are in the heart. Yes.
Yeah, that's so interesting.
Yes, it's amazing. That's what they told me. Yes.
Yeah, so I think that do 2 tips. If you do this,
and that's an amazing start.
It's an amazing start. Yeah.
I think so. And as everyone is here in this group, so this group started as the emotion code, remember? So I have so many people here. I started when I got certified for the emotion code and the body code, and then it moved on to light language and ascension. So now we speak about everything, all types of energy healing tools. So I do believe there are so many beautiful tools that you can use to heal your body and actually to help you bring to awareness what needs to be healed. And this is what I tell my clients, and Marta too. What is important in an energy healing session, and it's not only things that we're going to be releasing, but are the energies that become aware that need to be healed, that you didn't know they were there. They were stored in your body, the memories, the emotion, the trauma. So, oh my God, or the pattern. So the pattern that you inherited from your ancestors. So it's so important to become aware what has been blocking you and what has been really leading to those chronic symptoms. Maybe that limiting belief. Oh, I didn't know I had that limiting belief about myself. I didn't know. It was unconscious. It was a program. So, and this is, for me, it's one of the most amazing things about energy medicine, using the emotion code, the body code, using any tool, intuitive healing, is that you become aware of things that need to be healed. The way you're going to be healing that, it's up to you. You can heal by intention. You can bring healing frequencies, healing streams of grace. You can bring the violet flame. You can use light language, as I do. And it doesn't matter how you're going to heal that. But when you become aware and you accept that with love, compassion, that's when you start healing. So that's when the healing starts. Yes.
Yeah. Becoming aware, it's healing. Yeah.
It is healing, just to become, because lots of times we don't know. We don't know what is leading to that, and becoming aware just for me, it's so important, so important. So, wow, now it's almost a 1:45. Maybe we could talk a little bit about our group healing session that we're going to be doing.
On Wednesday.
Yes. So this session will be on the 17th. So this Wednesday, and it's really about your personal boundaries. Exactly what Marta was talking about today, right? So taking care of yourself. Go ahead, Marta.
Yeah, it's really about, I think this healing session really reflects my journey, my healing journey, what I've learned during my healing journey. Because I truly believe that healing from a chronic condition, it's really about reclaiming your personal power. Really, really, really. Because I work with several women with autoimmune disease, and I do see a pattern. I do see that, like myself, they have lost their personal power. They had traumatic experiences. So because of the fear of being rejected, abandoned, betrayed, they don't feel safe to have boundaries, to say no.
To say no, right?
Yeah, they allow themselves to be treated in a way that it's not respectful. And I do see this pattern in my clients. So this really reflects my healing journey. During my healing journey, I had to really self-empower me to heal myself. And this also means to take responsibility
Yes,
for
definitely.
my health, and everything in my life. But this was game-changing. You cannot heal yourself without taking responsibility.
Yes.
Because you are creating your own disease. So
it is. It's so true. It's so true. And lots of people, and I see a lot of this pattern that people think they're a victim, and they're not.
No.
They're not.
No.
The soul chooses the challenges, the lessons, and that person needs to go through. So there are no victims. So actually, there is a divine purpose for every single thing that happens to us. And this is so important, right? And this is what it's also about this session. Marta is going to be doing a beautiful coaching, and also with my light language transmission to help release those layers that lead you to feeling that you are a victim, that you're powerless, right?
Yeah.
That you don't have control.
It's really about having our clients feeling that they are sovereign, that they have power, that they can create their lives, that they can create whatever they want. It's really just to showing them this piece of information that is so powerful and so important, and that society got hidden. And to heal anything.
It's really, and what is important is that we are showing you that if you're watching this right now, so Marta has been in an abusive relationship. I was in an abusive relationship for 8 years. I was married to a narcissist, and it came to a point in which I didn't want to live anymore. So I had to choose. I had to choose, and I remember, I'll never forget that day in which I felt source coming to me and say, here, there is light for you. You have to move out. You have to choose yourself. You have to empower yourself. You have to get out. I chose myself. I left that relationship. I didn't know what was going to happen. I didn't know what was going to be my future. I was not working, but I left. I left Mallorca. I moved to Brazil. I had 12 boxes, a little dog, a 6-month-old Maltese, that's Sunny, my baby. She's now with my mom. But I left everything, a mansion at the beautiful island of Mallorca, an amazing life, amazing like this, and just to choose me. So it's really about choosing what your truth, choosing what makes you happy. So, and this is what the session, what we're teaching, what we're helping our clients is to choose what empowers them to choose what makes them happy, and to really be in that place in which you can feel joy, you can feel free, in which you can, you can be yourself. You can be yourself.
You can choose to be yourself.
Yes, because you can't be yourself in a narcissistic relationship or in a traumatic, in a whatever. There's so many types of relationships out there, right, Marta? You cannot be yourself. You cannot be yourself.
But that's really it, is to be able to see that you can choose. You can choose to be yourself and to be aligned with what you want. You don't have to live just to fulfill others' expectations. No, you can really choose what you want to do. It's your life. It's your life, right? So you have the right.
It is. Yes, you have. And trust the unknown. Trust the unknown. Anything can be created. Anything can be changed. You can create anything. Don't be afraid of choosing different. don't be afraid, because it's only up to you to create a different reality. So here we go to manifestation, which I also love, because I did create my life here in Portugal, which is an amazing life, and left everything. And it is possible for you too. So this is what we would love to teach you. So that's
I think this healing session, I think it's a beautiful way anyone can start a healing journey, because the first thing in the healing journey is to get your power back. It's to really understand that you can reclaim your power and you can create what you want. That's the first thing.
Yes, it's so true. It's so true. It's so true. So what we're going to be offering in the session, so just people can have an idea how these group sessions, how do they work? So now we're working together, Marta and I. So there are two parts of the session. So you don't have to be physically present. This is a completely remote session. So Marta, she's going to do her energy work, and I am going to be doing mine with light language. And I have all my beings of love and light. I have ascended masters. I have galactic beings. I have the elementals. So they're beautiful, beautiful. They're just amazing, just connected with them. And each of them will be bringing their healing frequencies during the session to release first any energies that are not yours. Energies that don't belong to you and that are contributing to this pattern that you're living right now. Not being able to be yourself, not being able to choose for yourself and to choose what makes you happy, right? So not being able to set boundaries. So there are tons of energies that could be in your field leading to that, disempowering you too. There always be. So this what we're going to be doing is to clear those energies. So we both going to be working together. We're going to meet on Zoom, right? And then after I do my release, right, I'm going to be helping you strengthen your energetic boundaries. So it's really working on your chakras, working on your auric fields with my frequencies. Well, the frequencies I channel, they're never mine. So I channel from those beings of love and light, from crystals, from unicorns, fairies, from Mary Magdalene. So they all come to welcome you. And they help you really strengthening those boundaries, energetic boundaries. Because if you don't have energetic boundaries, you're also not going to have your personal boundaries, right, Marta?
Yeah, completely. Yeah.
So.
It's a really great example to know if we have energetic boundaries or not, just to make a self-reflection exercise and ask ourselves, do I have trouble saying no to others? Yeah, if I do have trouble saying no, maybe I don't have strong boundaries, energetic boundaries. Yeah.
Yes. Or maybe you're the person that only thinks about working. You work nonstop, and you never have find time for yourself, to take care of yourself, to care for yourself.
Yeah.
You just numb your emotions, your trauma with work. So I have some clients that do that, and it's time to look into that with love and compassion, right? And so this is what this session is about.
Yeah, we will be working also in the reasons for having so much trouble to setting boundaries. I really want to address some things that I find it's really important, like most of us have parts that has this need to give the power away, because of that wounded parts of ourselves that are always striving for attention, love, and don't care the quality of the love, right?
That's the thing.
Yeah, and so I want to work also on the distorted vision of love, because we do have.
That's amazing. What she's going to tell you in her coaching is amazing, what she found out and what helped her heal. And it might be the same for you too. It's amazing what the download Marta had about the vision of love, how distorted it can be. So
It was really profound, really, really profound. Yeah. And I understood why I was having so much challenges. I was having really difficult to set boundaries because I had a distorted vision of love. So I was accepting all kinds of love unconsciously.
It's really amazing what comes up. And what you're gonna get. So Marta, besides the coaching that she's gonna offer to you, so she's gonna be teaching you an exercise, how to claim your sovereignty, right?
Yeah.
So you don't want to be absorbing energies from every single person that you have to deal with, from family members at work, from the neighbors or whatever. You probably, if you're watching this, you're an empath, you're very sensitive to energies, just like me and Marta. So we do absorb energies from family members because we care so much about them. But so until we really learn how to keep our energies to ourselves, we don't give our energy away, because energy is never taken, energy is given. So no one can ever take energy from us. We give permission. We give. So, and this is what we're going to be doing. She's going to be teaching you like a sovereignty exercise, so you can do it on a daily basis. And I have 2 light language transmissions for you, empaths, coaches, energy healers, people, if you are experiencing chronic disease. So we're going to be clearing your field, my dear. This light language transmission is going to be releasing deep layers of trauma, absorbed energies from others, curses, hexes, spells, energetic signatures. So I programmed this light language transmission to release lots of things. And this is really very, very powerful.
This one is really strong.
It's very powerful, but it's a tool. It's just a tool, as any other tool that you can use on a daily basis when you wake up and you feel weird and you feel, what is happening? So, and then another light language transmission, which is very short, to help you strengthen your boundaries, to heal your energetic boundaries. And here I have beautiful, beautiful frequencies from crystals. I also have from Metatron. It's really gorgeous. So yeah, I think it's one of the most beautiful transmissions that I channeled, to be honest.
Yeah, I am really thrilled for the session.
I
think this one will be very powerful. Yeah,
me too. So my beautiful, it's almost 9, so we've been here. So for almost 1 hour. If you don't have, does anyone have any questions? So Joanna, Rebecca, Catherine, Katarina, does anyone have, Luisa, anyone have any question? If not, then you can leave your comments. So here for us, right? With any questions you might have, we're very happy to answer them, right? And
yes.
and
even when the live finishes, I will come here and see the comments. If anyone has a question.
Yes. So, Joanna, thank you so much, ladies. Joanna, we're so happy that you're here. We thank you, my dear. We thank you for being here, for watching us. That's lovely. So, yeah, Luisa sent us some hearts.
Thank you, Luisa.
Thank you for being here. Wonderful. So we're gonna wrap up. So we're gonna go, and thank you, my dear, for being here.
Oh, thank you. I was really honored to be here. It was so beautiful. I really wish that I was able to get my message.
You were
clearly, and I hopefully inspire some people to enter the most exciting healing journey.
Yes, I'm sure you will inspire lots and lots of people that will be watching this later on, so from all over the planet. So thank you so much for being here, my dear.
Thank you. Thanks everyone that was watching with us. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Sending blessings. Bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.